What does Saddam's capture mean for the 2004 presidential election, Greg?
Well, I don't think Saddam's going to take Iowa. But I do think
bold statements.
Dean is going to add him as his running mate before they get to New Hampshire.
How about this? Let's see what Joe Liebman has to say. Ready?
Howard Dean had his way, Saddam Hussein would be in power today, not in prison.
Shut up. Yeah, and if he had his way, he'd be in power with Al Gore, that ass.
Well, it's true. I mean, what's so wrong? I mean, what he's saying is, of course Saddam would be in power. It's like he didn't want to go to Iraq, but I don't understand why it's a big scandal to say that.
Look,
I don't agree with it, but I still understand what
I remember listening to it Sunday morning. I woke up, I was out, Saturday night drinking because I'm Irish and that's what I do.
No, wait, I can't see that.
No, really. And then I heard the thing on the news. It says, ladies and gentlemen, he says, we got him. I said, thank God. The Yankees signed Pettit. It floored me though, man.
Let me tell you something. One thing about Saddam's capture, Bush is never going to need Viagra because Saddam produced the longest in the history of the world.
Don't you think everyone's going to... Oh, I'm sorry.
I feel sorry for Mrs. Bow-Legged Bush right now. She got to be happy this whole thing is just about over. It's not actually over, but...
Hey, what a surprise they found him hiding in a hole with a full-grown beard. I always knew when they find him, he disguised as an Iraqi woman.
Oh.
Hey, am I lying?
I'm glad you didn't say Italian.
Let's go to Howard Dean for a second.
Since Iraq was never a threat to an imminent threat to the United States, I do not, and I did not then, I do not now, believe that unilateral intervention in Iraq is in the long run going to be a policy that leads to any increase in the safety of the United States of America.
Who's he talking to him to the side? What's that?
He doesn't even move his neck.
He's talking to somebody. He should be doing one straight ahead for the whole thing. He's like, listen. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's...
Howard Dean is a galvanizing speaker. With tremendous. If he was your doctor, you might consider euthanasia at a certain point, just so that he wouldn't finish sentences by saying "did not" and "do not" over and over again, because it gets into a personal.
And he was
pronoun.
a doctor too.
He was a doctor.
But that's your guy, Greg. That's the Democrat.
Why are you assigning me him?
Right.
Because you're so ill-informed
my point.
and have no idea what you're talking about. I'm going to address a couple of things on behalf of Howard Dean. I haven't decided which Democrat or who I would vote for against Bush, but indeed I would vote for this coffee table if it were running against Bush. Now, I presume that your candidate is Cheney.
Not Cheney. Bush.
Yeah, but Cheney's the president. You see, what's going on is...
Bush is the president.
In name only.
But don't you think like, well, you just said like a coffee table. I mean, it is kind of like just this by road thing. Like nobody mentions exactly how this has been a bad move. I mean, isn't it like one of those things that we won't know for 10 years whether this was a great move to go to Iraq or not? I mean, I feel like people are like, oh, it's a mistake. Nobody knows that. 9/11 did happen. This was a reaction. It might be a mistake. It might not. But people are very sure of themselves in a certain group of people.
How's it going to be a mistake when this guy raped and,
well, right.
And,
I agree with that myself, but I'm just saying that.
And politically, it's a home run too. So
right, everybody wants to be in Bush's place right now, whether he was right or wrong. Look at the Democrats, all at each other's throats now. Lieberman saying what he said about Dean. Yeah. Everybody just wishes that they were in Bush's place. If they were in that, if Dean or any one of the Democrats were in that position to actually go to war with anybody, the only way the Democrats can actually win now is if Saddam escapes, gets back to Iraq, and Jesse Jackson actually goes to get him.
I disagree with you. I disagree. His father took Kuwait, and 11 months later, he lost the election. Yeah. He better find these weapons of mass destruction, and if he doesn't find them, it's going to hurt him. It's going to hurt him. They didn't find him. Right, so they better find him. His father read the biggest tidal wave going into his election, and he lost right in the toilet.
But you know why?
And it can't happen to the son.
You know why he lost the economy? He's turning the economy around too. So you got nothing to run on.
Hey, listen,
you Democrats have to think of another issue that you know nothing about.
If he was from Brooklyn, if he was from Brooklyn, did you get your $2 check from what? If Bush was from Brooklyn,
I'm making more money now than I ever have. What are you talking about?
$2.
That's why you're Republican.
If
Bush was from Brooklyn and he would have finished the job 10 years ago, he wouldn't be in the mess.
That's right.
And a Brooklyn guy would have finished the job.
But if he
And we wouldn't have to hear so much about you two but he was a despotic dictator. He's a despotic dictator with the world's second largest oil reserve. If you're from a country with no natural resources, you get to be all despotic all freaking day long.
Aren't all dictators like that?
oil? You mean like what? Like Somalia when we went in there, or Bosnia? They have a lot of oil, don't they?
Yeah.
No, we went because we're not evil, stupid.
Bosnia.
What's that? What's that?
We waited years to go into Bosnia.
And that was Clinton, but I mean, I disagree with that too. I think we should have gone in there and made the whole place. But listen to this. I'm saying that we're not just, as much as you'd like it to be 100% evil, the American government only going for oil and evil and power and greed. Why don't you name the fact that we've given so many billions, gone in so many places where that doesn't happen? No, bring up Chile from the 1950s like everybody else on the left. And so I can just go, oh yeah, you're right. The CIA in 1950s America was evil. So that means the blanket government's bad and we're corrupt, and France and Germany are these great UN powers that destroy every place they ever came into. They're good somehow. And we're the bad guys.
Come on, applause, people.
Come on, Greg, say something.
Well, it was a little rambling for a blow.
I was going to say, I'm trying to find a point, and I'm going to get a search party.
I think
now,
the
what
point is, I think my point was very clear. Now listen, you go broaden your horizons with these commercials. Come on, I'll stay here with these people.